Okay, Crazy Vapor fans, today we're going to be replacing this toilet. It is a little bit too low, and we need to replace it with a little bit bigger one. And the jets in the bowl, the insides are leaking. Water bill is kind of high, so we're going to be replacing this with a one of those dual flush toilets. So I bought this from Home Depot. And it has, sorry, it's kind of dark here, has this dual flush feature on it, where if you're just going number one, it only does like a half flush, but it is a power flush. And then for solid matter, it does a full flush. So, but this thing has jets in it that make the bowl spin around, and it's never flushed right since we got it, but it stayed clean and it works. But the girls, all my little grandkids, granddaughters, they use it and they don't check the flusher, so it sticks open and it flows at like 2.5 gallons a minute. So yeah, my water bill's pretty high. My average usage, according to my water softener that I got from Eco Water, tells me that our daily average is 250. Since we've monitored that and the girls ain't here, our water usage is down to about 160 now. But hopefully when we get this replaced, it's going to be down a lot more. And we're not going to tell the girls that there's no flusher handle there now. We're going to have them try to figure it out. But they are away right now, and they're probably going to watch this video, so they're going to know. So first thing you're going to want to do is clear everything out. I'm going to try to make a how-to video on this. Clear everything out, disassemble your old toilet, and I'll be going step by step. So give me a few minutes here. Oh, always wear old clothing. You don't mind getting a little, pardon the pun, getting a little bit shitty. If you have gloves, I would recommend wearing those. And we'll get started. So, here we go. Okay, so I'm wearing gloves, but I haven't touched anything nasty yet. So that's why I'm holding my mod. As soon as I do, I won't. Okay, so let me turn it around. The first thing you're going to want to do is shut off your valve, and this is a pretty new valve. Flush your toilet, hold it all the way down. And we're going to see if we can't save some of these stickers. Okay. And you can hear it's not filling up. But we'll get out the shop vac here pretty quick. And I'll show you that. So the first thing we got is these two bolts here. And they're right here. Hopefully you can see that. They're right there. They're just held on with plastic screws, plastic bolt caps. So I'll take those off real quick, get the lid off, and we'll go from there. Okay, so as you can see, the water in the bowl is still pretty high, and I have, come on, Mike, work with me here. There we go. And still got some in there, and of course the blue deal does not sit right. So we're gonna have to get that out. Well, luckily, I have a little Rarity wet dry vac that I won at our Christmas party. So this will be the first time trying it out. Okay, make sure that your hose is attached. Dummy me. Alrighty, try that again. Okay, I definitely gotta do some reading up on that shop vac. It leaks like a sieve, and it shoots water out the exhaust, so I don't know what's going on. But I made more of a mess than I would have just leaving the water in it. So I definitely gotta do some reading up on that little shop vac. Maybe it's just too little of a deal for this project. So, next thing we're going to do is I got to get me a bowl, undo that, my valve is off, undo that, and then both of these bolts right here come off, and the whole toilet will just come out simply. So, we'll get to that. Okay, toilet is out. I have one hand that's clean, so that is not poop. That is the wax ring. Goes to show I do use an extra thick reinforced wax ring. So if you see this, when you replace your toilet, if you see that has to come off because there is a new one on the ring, and let me go get that and I'll show you. Okay, so here's what it looks like. This is the part that will go on the yeah, goes on like that, and then that whole deal fits into there. Yeah, so it sticks on like this to the underneath of the toilet. I've had this on the vent. So this right here, I've had it, but it's on the fridge, so at least it stays warm. When it's cold out and you transport the whole new toilet quite a distance from your local hardware store, whether it be Home Depot or wherever, you want to, like I did last night, I brought it back, and I took all of the parts out of the toilet, visually inspected, make sure that there weren't any cracks, which I didn't see none, and let it warm up. You don't want to be putting together a cold toilet. Just like you never want to sit on a cold toilet. So, next what we got, it took me a little bit, get a scraper and get that silicone off of there. My dumbass was trying to pull on it, almost pulled my flooring up. Good thing I didn't. I realized some idiot had siliconed the toilet, and you can see where it hadn't leaked. So I'll be scraping all this up, get that old plastic or old rubber ring off there. Comes with new bolts. Right there. And the toilet itself came with a wax ring, but since I've added depth to the from the base to up here because of the new flooring and everything, I decided to go with an extra thick wax ring and scrape all that up, get it cleaned up good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just get a good seal on it, make sure there's no gouges or nothing, and we'll go from there. Then we'll start putting in the new toilet. Okay, so that's what it should look like. You got silicone, you can see a little bit of tracks, but the silicone is off, and I got a little bit there. You just take a plastic scraper, make sure your edge is right. You gotta have that surface free because your new toilet's gonna be sitting there and it's gonna be nice and level. any play there is unwanted. Remember, when you're siliconing your new toilet, leave about 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches back here that's open. That way, if it does back up, it can go out this way and not just run underneath your floor over to here, and you find out about it 6 months later. Okay, so that's all set, ready to go. Now we apply the wax ring to the bottom of the new toilet, and we'll get our bolt set, get all that good stuff going. So hang on. Okay, bolts are set. So basically take your new bolt, dip it into the wax that's here, get a good glob on the top and the bottom, and just stick it in there. And as you can see, it is loose, but it'll stay up for you. If you don't do that, it's a lot harder, and the bolts will spin on you, but you get that wax on there, those bolts stay up for you pretty good. And like I said, just make sure that they're pretty straight. So it goes right on. Now we get the bowl in here and get the wax ring on. Okay, so I did, you hear my heat gun, it's cooling down. I did heat this up just a little bit. I mean, I can still touch it, but it's warm. You don't want it cold. So we just, let me see here. Out there. Okay. Okay, press in. Make sure it's pretty well centered. Just like that. You still got room for your bolts over here. Then you just turn it upside down. Make sure you don't want this to hit the floor or nothing. You're going to want to get it centered. Try to look through your bolt holes and get those in. And if you get a little bit of wax on them, hey, it makes the threads look better. So we'll go from there. Okay, so that was easy to do. Sometimes you have to get just a little bit dirty to line up those bolt holes. So next thing you do, you get on it, squish it down, make sure it don't wiggle on you no more. Okay, and make sure that we are straight. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So next thing you do, take your bolts, your brand new bolts that come with your wax ring, and install those on the side of the toilet. So let me just make sure that we're looking pretty square there. Alright. That's about the squarest thing in this bathroom. I don't know if you can tell how bad this bathroom is off square. It was a nightmare to rebuild. So anyway, tighten the bolts down, and then we'll assemble the tank. Okay, well sometimes you got a bolt that won't cooperate. And so you got to lock the bolt, and then you'll be able to turn on that. I had a ratchet wrench, but I don't know where it went. Sure would have made it more handy, but we'll do it this way. And just tighten them down. Make sure you don't tighten them down too much. If you hear a clunk, you've gone too far. And go get you another toilet. No, we don't reach on them. Okay. Toilet is set in place. Pretty clear. Next we're going to install the tank. The rubber gasket fits in there just nice, just like that, with the angle beveled side up as it's upside down. Take your wing nut and your spacers off, and then we're going to install the flat part against the wall over there. Okay, here's a little pro tip for you. See how that sets on there on both front and back, and you don't, so you got it pretty level, just like that. Okay, you don't want to over tighten. I got it hand tightened, and then I just went probably another 1/8 of a turn, and it is tight. You don't want to go any more than that. That, or you're going to break this, or you're going to crack the bottom of the bowl. You hook water up to it, and it is done. And voila, we have the flusher put on. Now I'll let you know. Pretty much match up the color. You got black, you got white, you got to match it up to that, and it's just that little black ring there. You stick it through the hole, make sure it's nice and straight, tighten her down, and I've already test flushed it. Give me a second. Okay, I don't think I got this. I just did a whole spiel. So you got black, white, you got to line it up for black, white. You know, fits on there good. You got it filled full of water. Here's number 2. No more swirling. And it's not a kerfoosh or nothing, but no more swirling for 2 minutes and not flushing. I don't see any leaks. We'll clean it all up good, and we'll put the no slam lid back on. Guys, you're with me. If you have a no slam, you get used to it. You go to a buddy's house that don't have a no slam lid, and you just gently put it down, and you usually expect it to go down slow. And if you're over at their house, the lid slams down, scares the crap out of you. Your friend thinks you're tearing up their bathroom. Everyone should have a no slam lid. The lid that comes with this new toilet is just a regular one with no resistance. We're going to keep it just in case something happens to the lid sometime. I do have grandkids. They tear stuff up. But we'll save that. But thank you guys for watching. All I got left to do is put that on and the handicap rails, and we are good to go. No leaks. Flush is just fine. And so we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video. Thank you.